should be off any second.
All right.
And there they go.
Whoa, the screen's all black.
So you see, I'm Easy Danger, by the way. Both of our running shows start off with Quickman. If you're new to the randomizer, that's one of the stages that you'll generally see runners try to go to first. It's fairly short. It doesn't take much item movement, and you get an E-Tank along the way that's fairly easy to get to. So they'll probably see that pretty early in most of the races.
Yeah, you'll see the runners try to fall toward the right side just for that simple fact alone. As you can see them both picking up an extra life and an E-Tank. Squidman taking a hit, which slows him down a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like that, yeah, it looks like StuffnThings. It looks like StuffnThings is in the lead so far.
Oh my god!
Oh, and he died.
And we have the commentator curse. No sooner does he say that than StuffnThings gets a little too intimate with one of the laser beams and takes a death.
I feel so horrible right now. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to apologize to him for that one.
I feel bad for Stuff, but that you can't pay for entertainment like that.
Oh my god.
Oh,
you see why that I said that I'd be the entertainment and that I'd be the person that would be the dumb one, right?
Oh, that's alright.
It happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, Squid's coming up on our first boss here, so we're going to see who that is. And we've got Airman in an Quickman stage.
I'm just too afraid to say what happens right now. I don't want commentator's curse to happen.
Oh, that's alright. It's, this is actually a fairly generous airman with the uneven platforms. So long as you keep yourself from being blown into airman, you can avoid the large damage that being thrown into the body of airman will cause.
I just saw the comment from Creed saying, "Welcome to commentating, Don."
And it looks like we've got the bonus gift of item 3, as I just saw on Squidman's screen, as he's elected to go into Flashman for his second stage.
Nice. The Roll Blaster is what StuffnThings and Squidman just got from Airman.
So getting that item 3 is going to be useful, and that's one of the reasons why you'll... Oh, it looks like that wall just clipped off. One of the reasons why the runners will be going to the stages that they're going to first, because you want to get to the stages that you're not going to use items on, so hopefully you'll end up acquiring them by the time you get to the stages where you will use them. Of course, the stage you get the items on is going to be random, so you don't know which stage it's going to be yet.
The music that they're... Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I was just going to start going through the breakdown of what actually is randomized as they make their way through Flashman, but go ahead.
If you guys didn't know, which you probably did, just pointing out, but I believe the music right now is Launch Octopus, which is a really great track, and it sounds amazing for the NES version of it.
That's good musical knowledge there. It's one of the Mega Man X games, I believe?
Yes, it is.
Well, yeah, that's one of the things that I actually do not have the knowledge of.
Yeah, it's alright. Was one of the Sniper Joe... I don't know what it was called. You see, chat, knowing about me, I'm not the brightest person, but I do know a lot about this game. I've even completed it. Did Quickman just get himself stuck?
Yeah, Quickman can jump fast and high enough that he'll actually scroll through the bottom of the screen from the top.
Wow.
When he's in a Flashman stage, yeah. Both of our runners, looks like Squid's having to use both of his E-Tanks in this fight.
It's a good thing he
actually giving Stuff a chance to catch up a little bit.
And he's done more than catch up a little bit. He's been able to finish off this boss before Squidman.
Let's see what StuffnThings got. Earn blood. Oh my god.
So the names of the weapons are randomized, so you don't actually know what weapon the runners are going to get until you see them actually menu to it. Along with, of course, the enemy placements, boss weaknesses, boss placements, boss weapons, and the AI of the bosses, and some of the properties of different weapons, which we'll try to point out as we see the runners actually start to dig into using their special weapons.
Yeah. Is it lagging for anyone?
You, perhaps.
Yeah, okay. Zelrig, what a race indeed.
That's just the nature of the randomizer too. You'll see that that lead can change in a heartbeat, especially when you get to some of these stages, be it because of a cheap death or a bad fight. Stuff trying to go for the bubble skip, the itemless bubble skip, and not getting able to make it because of the placements of those shrimp, some of the worst enemies that you do not want to see, especially when they're respawning like that.
I think you just did the commentator's curse, because StuffnThings didn't do well with it.
Neither did Squidman, by the looks of it, as he gave up on it entirely with the way the shrimp were moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're placed right there, they're gonna fall basically right where you need Mega Man to go in order to pull off the skip. So it's virtually impossible to pull it off there like that.
And
especially if they're respawning, so you can't even kill them and try it again.
And when I meant like lag, I meant like the video lag for the screen I'm watching on.
Oh, that's definitely going to happen if there's an area where there's high densities of enemies. The game just can't keep up with it.
Oh, alright. That makes a lot of sense.
You also might want to reset your, just reload the stream to make sure that it's up to date.
In 3, 2, 1, it's Bubble Man. Oh. Never mind then.
That is not Bubble Man.
Yeah,
unless he's cosplaying as Heat Man in this particular seed.
Let's just say he is, just for the fun of it.
And StuffnThings finding that he is one of the 4 robot masters that are weak to the Buster, and they take 4 damage instead of 2.
Yeah, Kenyaton, he should be dying right now, because he's in water, but accuracy in video games never usually do well. Let's just say it's cosplay for now.
Well, as we saw on StuffnThings side, we picked up item 1 after defeating Heat Man in the Bubble Man stage.
And the wet toad shot.
This stuff heading into making his way through Metal Man stage, now setting up his zip, and not sure if he's going to be able to get it. The item 1 looks like it's disappearing a little bit quickly for him.
Hey, anyone that knows this song, type it in the chat right now if you know what theme this song is from, because my bet is that the theme for the stage StuffnThings is on would be from Mega Man 10, I believe. That's just my thoughts, though.
Meanwhile, likewise, Skid Man trying to go for the item 1 zip in Crash Man stage, and seems to be running into a similar problem with... Oh, no, looks like he managed to pull it off.
Huh, Nitro Man. Alright.
And it looks like Squidman here is gonna opt to take a death here and zip through the elevator section of Crash Man stage.
Clever.
Yep, that's one of the reasons why you want to go to those stages and try to hopefully get those items before you start heading to the stages where you're going to use them for those zips.
Oh. Yeah, I could see why he would have wanted to do that, because the elevators and knowing how much enemies are pretty awful to deal with, knowing the countless tortures that he probably would have gone through, it was probably a good idea in my eyes.
And we see StuffnThings using a pause buffer to make sure he gets across, as Squidman seems to be stuck with a couple of spring toys here, trying to get up the ladder. And he has used all of his energy tanks, and it looks like he's going to abandon ship and go up the left side.
Yeah, as we saw on both of their screens, those flyboys are immune to Metal Blade, which is one of the weapons you would try to use on them there, just because it's able to shoot up.
I mean, maybe Mega Buster would work against them. Who knows? Did he try the Mega Buster?
I'm not sure if you try Mega Buster. It's just a little tough to hit them because they are basically above and below you.
Yeah.
So you can't. It's difficult to hit them with a weapon that shoots straight. Usually, runners will try to have Metal Blade or Leaf Shield to use on them, but Metal Blade, as we saw, was ineffective. Meanwhile, Stuff just took down Woodman and is headed into Woodman stage now. And Squid's taking on Bubble in Crash stage.
Unfortunately, he did pick up the E-Tank, and it looks like he's going to continue this fight. I thought he was just going to take a death there, but opting to instead use one of his E-Tanks to finish off that fight.
Yeah, the oft-repeated advice is to go ahead and use those E-Tanks instead of taking the death to save some time.
You know, I remember, and here's a story for you guys in chat. I was watching used Danger. Sorry, I should have just said ED. I was watching ED play a randomizer with the Squidman, and there were robotic monkeys falling from the sky, and what they called them was flying robotic monkeys from space.
Yeah, the space monkeys are usually actually pretty good because they'll most of the time just fly off of the screen and you don't have to deal with them.
And let's not forget the tree crabs. You don't want to know what they've been doing so far, aside from like grabbing on the trees with their large claws.
Yeah, the crabs, along with the shrimp and the Metroids, tend to be some of the worst things you can run into because they just spawn endlessly and can basically spawn anywhere.
Yeah. Isn't the theme right now from Mega Man 4 currently? Like, it kind of sounds like it's from one of the Cossack Castle themes for some reason. I mean, of course, it could be from something else.
Oh, and Stuff is getting screwed.
Oh, yeah, that's really harsh for him.
But fortunately, they're vulnerable to Buster, so he's managed to make his way through. Squidman also in Woodman stage. He may have a little bit of trouble with
poor
Joe.
Squid. I feel bad for Squid right now. See, the Sniper Joes in this game, I don't like the most. Just in, like, general, even with the vanilla game. Because if you imagine how, like, it's just the fact that how crazy they can get at times. And you have to, like, time your shots whenever they're, like, they lower their own guards down.
Yeah, they're almost as bad as Mets.
Yeah. But not as bad as the shrimp following you everywhere. You have to use the metal blades on them.
If you can. Stuff headed into Airman stage. Having little trouble so far with those Joes after defeating Flashman and Woodman stage. So we're expecting a pretty straightforward fight from Squidman right now.
Costin is how you pronounce it, right? It's good to know that it's not from Cossack. It just kind of sounded similar.
You hate to see it.
Ooh. Oh, StuffnThings died. Oh. I accidentally looked at Squidman's game. So, currently so far, StuffnThings is in the lead, and Squidman just got the atomic coil. And you see that StuffnThings is struggling a little bit from all the projectiles being thrown at him. Which I will admit, that does seem like it's torturous.
That first shot from that Sniper Joe there on the edge, that's what knocked him over last time.
Oh, was it
Those
really?
shooters taking a lot of hits to take out.
Oh, those
Stuff might want to try a special weapon on him at some point if they keep showing up.
They're not messing around, I guess. And you see Squidman going into Metal Man stage, knowing how crazy it'll get for him, because for StuffnThings, wasn't it difficult for him?
Stuff was having some trouble because this is the other stage that has the fly boys that are invulnerable to the metal blade.
Oh yeah. Wasn't the commentator's curse that I accidentally did to him in Quickman stage?
Yeah.
I still feel horrible about that. Without a doubt, I feel bad about it.
It's fine.
And
the best thing is that he doesn't know, so...
Yeah. If he sees this video, he'd probably be really mad with me. He'd probably message me and say, Don, we need to talk. And Cam, I probably bet almost everyone in the whole Speed Gaming committee would have a lot of problems with Mega Man 3 Randomizer. But there's probably quite a lot of people that would be really skilled at it. But I'm not sure who would be, but for me, for sure, I probably would forfeit if I was in a tournament like that. And it's Crashman for Airman stage. I believe your phone's ringing, SED. Oh, so it is an honor. Alright. Thanks for letting me know, Cyclone. I appreciate it. I'm just first time doing this and I get nervous. Silver
right
hit.
Now we have both runners starting in on their 7th stage. StuffnThings has picked up item 2. Unfortunately, I had to step away for a few moments. I do not know if Squidman also has the benefit of item 2 at this point.
If anyone saw if Squidman got the item 2, or if he got it, would you be able to clip it for us? I mean, if not, it's alright.
Well, which stage was StuffnThings just in?
StuffnThings, I believe, was just in, the stage Quickman. Squidman. The stage Quick...
Squid's about to pick up his item, too.
Yeah,
okay, so Squidman
gonna say that.
cannot have item 2 yet. Okay.
Are you kidding, Cyclone? Mega Man 3 Randomizer is a thing now? Oh no. Oh.
Stuff going for the item 3 zip, and Metal Man pulling it off without having to fall to the bottom and start it over. Very nice.
No, Chibatter, yes, he did. I believe the boss for Airman stage was Crashman, I believe. Wasn't it? Oh, you said you wanted it, alright. Alright.
It looks like we got an aggressive Metal Man as hanging out
Wow.
Heatman's lair, but not aggressive enough.
Didn't Metal Man's color look at suspiciously like Airman's color? Just in a way? Like, didn't it look like that to you guys?
Yeah, a little bit.
Alright.
Stuff going into his final stage.
I
As
wonder what
Squidman finishes
Crashman's boss would be. Everyone in the chat, just comment who you think would be. Guts strut. Oh my god, how are you supposed to get through that? Oh.
Like that.
Alright. I bet so many people are just gonna clip this of just me being stupid. I don't mind though.
Let's see if Stuff manages to pull off the zipper, if he gets frustrated and decides to just go ahead through the elevator rooms.
I think it would just be a good idea to just go ahead to go through the
Oh,
elevator
he almost
rooms.
had it there.
Oh!
He's just a little early, and it looks like he is going to give up on it and just go through the stages as normal.
Yeah, that's a tough one with their item 1 disappearing so quickly.
Yeah. So is this... So are we close to the semifinals yet? Or are we just starting to begin the tournament?
Oh, that reminds me. This match is actually part of the winner's bracket in the preliminary element of this tournament. Squidman and StuffnThings both were victorious over previous opponents, Javeth and Metalo, respectively. The winner of this will qualify for the final bracket draw, and the loser will earn a unfortunate trip to the loser's bracket, but they will have one last chance to make the bracket draw against Barnow.
Unfortunate trip to the loser's bracket. Wow. But from the bunnies below, though, all I have to say is that if it's rabbit season, they should... I guess the rabbits fight back during rabbit season, because, wow. That was pretty intimidating, if you ask me. Alright.
Let's see, I think has StuffnThings going into here with more items at his disposal, using the leaf shield to get through the spring toy stage there.
And Squidman heads on to the Dr. Wily Castle.
Now, what we like to do once someone gets into the Wily stages is there is a dragon hiding at the end of Wily Stage 1. What we like to do is guess the color of the dragon, because part of the randomizer is the dragon's colors will be randomized.
I'm just gonna go out and say that it's pink, just because. And what does the music sound so happy in Dr. Wily's castle theme? That doesn't make sense. Oh, there's the flying gorillas. The attack of the space gorillas is... What did you guys... what did you say it was again, ED?
I'm sorry, what?
What did you call the space apes again? You know, the attack of the robotic space apes from the planet...
They're just flying monkeys.
Oh, the attack of the flying monkeys. Alright. It's Donovan color. Meat shield, I hope it is.
Alright, Easy Danger, quick. Color of the dragon, let's go. Let's have it.
Alright,
orange and crash weakness, always.
let's hope. I think it would just be pink. Or puke green, whichever one. If it's both, then I guess that would be great.
I'm gonna go the Yu-Gi-Oh route and go with the
The Yu-Gi-Oh route.
Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Could I do a drum roll for this?
You mean a rim shot?
No, a drum roll, like... We were off. Dang it.
Yeah, we got
Cyclone was correct.
yellow and pink. Not Buster Week.
No pink. Aw.
There you go, Squid is
Cyclone, you were accurately correct on that one.
Crash weakness! Here we go. Squid didn't have to go far to find that.
Yeah, starting on the second page of items, finding Metal Blade to be ineffective, but the Crash Bomb gets him through Wily's Stage 1, and he's off to Stage 2 as StuffnThings is starting his climb up the ladders here.
The Wily Castle 4 boss was Boo Beam, right?
That is correct.
They're in a lot of fun for that one, then.
Now, I didn't see, has anybody checked to see what the wall weakness is?
Oh, yeah. I actually remembered. I do know that there's, like, a lot of problems and that the game gets safe blocked a lot, which... I can understand that that's frustrating. And am I allowed to bring, like, up other speed gaming contests or tournaments that have happened, aside from Mega Man?
If it pertains to this, then I don't see why not. But it looks like Squidman's going to check our crash walls, so it's fairly safe to say he does not know what the weakness is.
Well, metal is certainly not. Nor bubble. Or quick.
We've got Buster weakness.
I'm almost surprised they wouldn't try to have figured that out in, let's say that would be the Flashman stage.
I do remember one of the walls disappeared in Flashman stage, but it looked like it was despawned for some reason. I don't think anybody actually shot it.
Yeah, I think it was like too many enemies on the screen that it disappeared for some reason.
Oh, the location of this frog.
Meat Shield just typed in, well, someone said puke. I was the one that said puke, Meat Shield.
Puke green's a little bit darker than that. You know, being older, I had the official puke green refrigerator, so...
It was kind of a greenish, yellowish kind of color. Like a yellow-green, I believe.
The Squid finding a vulnerability to Pico Pico here with the air shooter. Unfortunately, it's a quick one, so he's not getting stuck out without any shots he can shoot out.
Well, it looks like he'll be good on the item energy usage, at least, so that'll be, you know, okay.
So what do you guys think the Boo Beam's weakness will be? Now that we know that the Crash Wall's weakness is Mega Buster.
Well, it could be anything except Flash Stopper.
If it's Flash Stopper, I'm gonna lose it. That's gonna be funny if it is.
Here's hoping for Charge Heat.
But I believe part of the randomizer, I do not believe any of the non-robot masters can be vulnerable or weak to the Flash Stopper.
I mean, in the vanilla version, I believe in the vanilla version, Quickman was weak to it, but that's if you like lower his health down with Crash Bomb.
And vanilla, Quick will take like half of his health loss from Flash Stopper. It can be more or less effective against one of the robot masters. You just won't see runners go for it very often because the way that Flash behaves is also kind of randomized, so you could end up sitting there wasting the full amount of time for the bar to deplete, or you could be wasting just an instant while it takes a second to freeze time, but it's entirely possible that it just won't do any damage. You're just wasting a lot of time, so you usually won't see runners go for the Flash weakness too often.
Kumba, you are correct on that one. We sort of didn't see no fishes. Except for what Charlie Boy typed in, which was a Saba ping, I believe.
So both of our runners moving through these Wily stages fairly easily so far, not having too much trouble.
The Gutsman-like enemy, what was he called again?
I think it's just called Gutsdozer.
Gutsdozer, alright.
Yeah, I think that was... Is that air shooter that he just used?
I believe it was, yes.
Yeah. Because his weakness was originally the quick boomerangs, I believe. And to be specific, Meat Shield, it was blue, pink, and yellow, I believe. Alright. I want to say what my money's on of who's going to win, but commentators curse.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's still
the
Go ahead.
boss's colors are randomly determined, so it would be just bad luck that the bosses are ugly.
It's always they're always ugly. Don't worry about it. It's what the inside that counts, which would be the circuit boards, I believe.
So in addition to all of that, the locations of the holes on these stages are also randomized, which is why you see Squidman. He's still had plenty of item 2 weapon energy left, so he just used that to zip across and not have to worry about where those were. We'll see what Stuff's plan is to get across the arrows when he gets there.
You know, the one thing that surprised me the most about the randomizer is that I was actually more surprised to see the chandeliers to be very vulnerable to anything, really. Or just with only the Mega Buster. That's what surprised me the most about it when I was watching Squidman practice.
Well, what's going to happen in this particular seed will not entirely apply to Game 2 all the same. It looks like Squidman is going to take a damage boost to get out of probably the worst of the elevator stages.
Yeah. The elevator stages are the worst. Especially in Wily Castle 4. Because the spikes are everywhere and stuff, and it can get really... Oh. Poor Squidman.
Squidman using those birds to damage boost through the tin cans, since the birds tend to do a lot less damage than the cans do. You also see him trying out Metal Blade and Leaf Shield, which happens to be backwards, to see if they are effective on Boo Beam, to save a little bit of weapon energy trying to go around the walls. You don't have to blow up so many walls with those weapons that you can direct.
Yeah. Whenever it came to any bosses that frustrated me, it would always be the Boo Beams, because you have to like time the jumps you have to do and make sure you don't get hurt as much. You have to make sure you don't have to get hit. You know what I'm saying, right?
Well, what you're going to see here is the next level strat, as Squidman uses the pause buffer trick to evade the lasers being shot out.
Just going to remind folks that I called it on that Boo Beam weakness.
You did.
Wow.
That's good knowledge there.
That's pretty great.
Now you got to run out and get yourself a lottery ticket, Easy Danger. Capitalize on that.
My luck right now.
Wow.
You also noticed that it was a supercharged heat. It came out immediately charged. They didn't have to actually go through the trouble of charging it.
Oh, and there's the special stage from Mega Man 9. Mega Man 9 was a really difficult game for me when I was younger. But that was only because I was too young to know how to play platformers. And that I was
referring to when Mega Man 9 came out as when I was younger. That's interesting.
What I meant is like I was like 8 or 9 when the game came out. Or like 6 or something.
No, yeah, that's also what I meant.
Oh. Yeah, I have mishaps with talking. A lot of times. God, Quickman is so cheap.
Yeah, the AI of the bosses can end up being a blessing or a curse depending on how the dice roll goes.
And there's the Air Metal Man.
Yeah, the properties of the boss refights will stay the same. So whatever boss you found in Bubble Man, for example, you will have the water-filled stage in the refight as well.
Ah. You know, do you guys think that the random...
As we see Heatman right now, and it is in water just like the original fight was.
Exactly. You can end up with some variations. For instance, a fight between Airman and Flashman stage, for instance, will be a little bit different in the refights. Or, of course, whatever boss is in Metal Man stage will be a little different just because the terrain is different, but the AI will remain the same.
Yeah, the fights that have the uneven terrain, which I believe is Quickman, Flashman, and Metal Man, all of the fights in the refights will be on flat ground. And we have Squidman onto the Wily machine as StuffnThings has begun his third boss fight.
Ooh, actually a Wily machine that is not vulnerable to Buster, but Squidman quickly finding that air shooter weakness. The Wily machine has a 50% chance of being vulnerable to Buster, so you'll generally see runners at least start off attempting to use it there.
And it looks like the air shooter's going to take it all the way on both the first and second form here of the Wily machine. So we will have Squidman headed into Victory Road as and onto the alien fight as StuffnThings has just one hit away, but he is on his 6th robot fight. Squidman not going to the left to pick up the item energy. Looks like he's going to be fairly confident with what he's got, or he might just be trying to hunt for the weakness now, take a death, and refill his item energy.
Yeah, it's a gamble, but if it works out, it does pay off. Plus, you have a much safer travel through that last hallway because you basically don't have to worry about getting hit by the acid drips.
So, guys, what do you think will be the alien Wily's weakness?
Crash.
Well, it's not Buster Shot. It's not. Oh, it looks like
Leaf Shield. That's a good one. And Squidman is done with an official SRL time of 39 minutes and 48 seconds, improving his PB by 3 minutes. His race PB by 3 minutes.
That was 36 minutes and 44 seconds. You quoted his previous best time there, not his actual official SRL time.
Squidman won round 1. That's pretty good.
Been a fairly close race still throughout the whole thing, so yeah. Excited to go into the second match and see how that ends up playing out. We might end up going to game 3.
Well, let's hope we go to game 3 for that one, because I really would love to see what happens from them. And who knows, maybe the seeds could get harder.
And it looks like StuffnThings, instead of the air shooter, found Quick Boomerang for the second part of the Wily machine, and he'll be making his trip down Victory Road to the alien fight at this point.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's also opting to go to the right.
Let's just hope he has enough leaf shields to fight alien Wily.
I think he should have a full complement of item energy for it. I don't recall that item being used maybe more than once on checking for Picotan, or not Picotan, but the Boo Beam lasers.
Yeah. I really love the ending of like Mega Man 2 and how subtle and really great it looks. Because doesn't it look really great to you guys?
Yeah, I'm also a fan of the ending. Stuff looking like he's having a little trouble getting around to that leaf shield.
I think he's trained himself to forget it kind of exists, and there we go.
Oh, who knows? It could be crashed. Oh, it's not.
No, it would be the same weakness for both runners, but yeah. Looks like StuffnThings has finished with an official SRL time of 39 minutes and 6 seconds. And that'll be it for Game 1.
Hey, do you guys think that Wily looks really smug when he does his eyebrow wave? He looks extremely smug to me whenever he does that.
Yeah, I think that's the idea.
Yeah. It's just like, you'll never defeat me. And then, boom. A couple of games later, he still doesn't understand why Mega Man defeats him. Did it go silent for you guys?
Yeah, the music should be playing. Yes, that's it for match 1. We're gonna get our runners ready with their seeds distributed for match 2 in a second. We'll be rearing to go.
Alright, because from the RTMP screen, the music's not even... Never mind. Presented by LucasArts.